G'day Steel Nation, how you going? Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia. What's going on, West Country? What's that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
So I think the stereotype that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The first ever Foster I saw was in America. I've never seen one.
I thought that was like Australia for beers.
For what? Steel Nation, I thought that was Foster's for piss. The great words of Shannon White out there from Steel Curtain Network. What's happening, everyone? What's going on? We've had a big day already. Been some breaking news. We're going to talk about everything. And also get ready for tomorrow too, because tomorrow is cut down day. At 4 p.m., the Steelers have to make more moves. But before we do, let's see who's in the house, and then we're going to roll into this. And then I'm going to share my prediction, even though it's been a bit easier because they've cut now 20-something players, 24 something players like that. So they've cut a lot of people. Also, I want to share some good news too, if I can bring it up, if I have the picture. Let me find out if I do or I don't. I got featured on the show. Yeah, I can. I won a Madden copy today. So if you don't know, there's a show out there with Trey Essex and Charlie Batch. Go and say hello. In their latest podcast, it's called the Snap Count. If you type the Snap Count on YouTube, or Charlie Batch and Trey Essex, or Big Play Pittsburgh, its YouTube channel, I had the chance to win a Madden copy, which is pretty cool. So I get to play that and whatnot. But the question was, who's going to be a breakout Steeler? I'm about 48 minutes in. So it's always awesome working with Steelers and former Steelers. And when I say working with, I just send a video in. Anyone can do it. If you're a fan or whatnot, anyone can do it. But I do want to try and promote their show as best as possible, because to me, there are a lot of shit, like terrible clickbaity shows out there that get all the views, get all the likes, get all the subs, get all the stuff. And there are hardworking Steeler fans and also hardworking Pittsburgh Steeler former, players that are trying to give you guys the best coverage of the team. I get sick of all the clickbait shit. You guys know that. I want to show people who talk about our team. And what better way is Trey Essex. Sorry, excuse me. My voice has been going today. Trey Essex and Charlie Batch, former quarterback, backup quarterback, and number 79, Essex there. And they know how to talk football. They talk really, really good football. So check them out. The Big Play Pittsburgh is where it's at. And near the end of the episode, I got a shout out too. I'm losing my voice already. I don't know why. Yeah, I can't handle it. And that's how YouTube works. YouTube works like that. You have to, oh my goodness, surprising. Oh, crazy. The Steelers just signed the one and only left tackle to this. Like, it's just, clickbait is that's how YouTube works. That's how YouTube functions. You have to almost engage with the audience, but the clickbait people trick the audience. That's what they do. That's what they're born to do. Alrighty, so let's see who's in the house, and then we're going to go through the breaking news, and then we're going to go through my guest or my prediction for the 53-man roster. Right, g'day Jetta, what's going on? G'day George T. G'day Carth, what's up? G'day Buckeye Bruce, what's going on? G'day. Who else in the house too? That's me. G'day me. G'day Gino. G'day Daniel in the house. G'day TD, what's up? But yeah, there has been a lot of news today. There's been a lot of trades. I'm going to cover a few of those as we come and all the teams are like, all the teams are cutting players. So they got to go from 90 to 53. So what's that? Like over 20, 25, 26 something players, 30 players get cut, and then they're all trying to find different homes and go everywhere. G'day, Blue Nose, what's going on? And 100%, yeah, true. That too. I made the video today. They've now cut Cameron Johnson for the punter. I think there was maybe some confusion that he was meant to be traded, but when you go to the actual website, Cameron Johnson says, no, among the Steelers' move, the teams have terminated veteran punter Cameron Johnston, and the moves are listed below. And they go through Kyler Ball, Mark Robinson, Welchkoff, Deshaun Jameson, Darrell Porter, Steve Jones, Aiden Williams, JJ Galbraith, Lou Nichols, one of my favorites, Max Hurleyman, and Lance McCutcheon. And then teams is Ben Souls and Cameron Johnston. So I think he's cut, even though there might have been ideas where I think that he could have been traded, but it's okay. It's okay. G'day, Blue Nose. What's going on? G'day, Kevin Reed. What's up? And oh no, good times and bad times. Daughter turned 19. Fantastic. Sad times as a nephew and people I know losing homes during the wildfires at the moment. That's crazy, dude. Hope the family's okay. Yeah, it's insane. It's actually insane. It's that's why, like, this channel, I try and do the best I can to promote it and do this, and this, but I don't play the YouTube game that way. I just want to have more of a community aspect than I do clickbait articles. I walk the line, but I don't cheat it, or I don't fuck around with it, because then you lose the audience, right? But these people are fucking, they're dumb. I can't handle them. I can't handle all these clickbait people that just trying to make a Mickey out of this YouTube process, right? I've been YouTube 4 years, man. Alrighty. Before we get into the 53-man roster, let's go over some other cuts yesterday. So these were the cuts too. Logan Woodside, Hall. Those are all the dudes there. Alexander, McMichael, McQuaid, long snapper, right? However, before I get into the actual cuts, I do want to go into the the team that I think is going to happen. Is the breaking news today was too that Trey Hendrickson, he's getting a $14 million extension. So that took forever. And it's also interesting now too that the fan base isn't going after Cameron Hayward. That story has died down as well. Talking about his holding, I don't think he does that anymore. He's now doing things like he's now practicing with the team. So Trey Hendrickson, he signed his contract or got like an extension or whatever. The Bengals are going to bungle anyway. They absolutely suck, but he's going to be there for at least 1 year. I don't know if it was an extension. It was more just like a bonus. It was a bonus for him. In the big news, though, however, fucking hell, this guy can't catch a break. Kenny Pickett has been traded to, I think it's like the Las Vegas Raiders. Kenny Pickett, former Brown, former Steeler, former Philadelphia Eagle. He's been traded 1 million times. I can't, but like, yeah. Wait a minute. I think that, Kenny Pickett has been traded like 4 or 5 times in 3 years, 4 teams in 3 years. And someone says, but it was Pittsburgh's fault. So breaking the Browns are trading Kenny Pickett to the Raiders for a 5th round pick because I think Aiden O'Connell had hurt himself in camp or something like that. So now Kenny Pickett is now the backup to Geno Smith. But he won't see the field unless he has to, in terms of unless Geno Smith goes down, whatever it may be. So that was like another big news. And look, that was, I guess, a mistake for the Steelers to go and get Kenny Pickett. And he was always going to be he's always going to be connected to our team, no matter what. Chris Carter says here, if Kenny Pickett gets traded one more time, he will tie Brandon Cooks and Eric Dickerson for being traded the most times in NFL. So he's been traded 4 times already, right? That was the big news. Kenny Pickett, bro. It's football. I don't know. I wish him the best, but don't really care. The Browns are going their direction with Sanders and Flacco and all this kind of stuff. And by the way, I'm a bit sick of seeing Sanders stuff. I saw, look, they're going to start Flacco. Looks like it's going to be Flacco, Gabriel, Sanders, 1, 2, 3. But it doesn't bother us. But same time, I'm a bit over seeing all this stuff about Sanders. I saw a connection now. Silo Sanders was going to join the Browns, or the Steelers should go pick him up. We need the game to start so all this nonsense can end. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about that. I don't know. Do we still hate Cam? That's a big thing. Do we still hate Cam? I think that it was like a story for like 48 hours or, something like that. And then I think Amanda Vance, she took the reins for a bit. It does go in cycles online. It seems like storylines go, now we hate this person, now we don't, or whatever. Hurley, Durley. I never hated Cam, not at all. G'day, Roberta, what's going on? Yes, yeah, you guys are on the money. On the money. So I got a bit of a slideshow I'm going to bring up. Well, slideshow, I got some pictures I'm going to bring up. And we're going to talk about that. If I've got them all right. I think I've done them all. I could be. Some of them. That's okay. Do I have them all? Yes, I do, kinda. All right, we'll do the offense first. And do I have running back? I don't think I have running back. I legit did this last night, and I also did this. I didn't do running back. That's okay. Where is? Nope, didn't do running back. Don't need running backs. Alrighty. So we'll start with running back then. For my 53-man prediction, it's going to be Jalen Warren. It's going to be Kenny G. It's going to be, I think, Caleb Johnson. I think in that order too. I don't think they're going to carry 4. They released Lou Nichols. If they were to carry someone, they'd probably bring in Trey Sermon now, or push him to the practice squad. So that's more for my predictions for the running backs. Yeah, is going to be those 3. I don't think they keep 4 on the roster. And we'll know tomorrow too. We'll know tomorrow in 24 hours. So this whole conversation could be pointless, but it is kind of fun to figure out who's going to be where in that sense, right? Where is it? Did I have the quarterback? I have the quarterback. I legit made them all. Maybe I didn't have it. Ooh. No, here we go. But we all know the quarterback. Okay, here's the... I can't... What the... Hang on a minute. I'll delete some things. Yeah, in my video today, I talked about that I don't think they're going to put Will Howard on injured reserve. And the big reason why is I don't think his injury is big enough. It's a pinky injury. Mike Tomlin, I don't think, talked about him going IR. He said he's getting better or back to health, So in terms of QB3, I've got these 3. Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, and Will Howard. Now, I could be wrong. I could be shot down and Skylar Thompson is meant to be the preseason king and he should be number 3 and put Will Howard on IR. But the more I looked into it, the more I thought about it, I don't think that Will Howard is going to go on IR for a pinky. I kept thinking about it. I was like, no, they want him to play or at least be back up, be, QB3 to be the emergency quarterback. But what's really holding him back? Just his pinky that he hurt 3 weeks ago, and he's had 3 or 4 weeks off. He'll get that back better. There's 2 weeks before they play. That's 5 weeks. I don't think they're going to waste an IR spot to keep him in there, if that makes sense. Now, the big question is, would you cut your draftee, Will Howard, who's a 6th-round pick, for a guy, Skylar Thompson? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers, Rudolph, and Will Howard. Now, you guys can push back if you want to and see what's going on. But I don't think so. Yeah, Gene says Sermon will probably stay. He could be number 4. G'day, MG. What's going on? They should trade Rudolph. If they trade Rudolph, which still likely could happen, that would mean that Will Howard or Skylar Thompson will be 2, Will Howard will be 3, right? Hooly dearly. I might have a bit of a sneak peek for him too, to be honest. I might have a sneak peek for him too. Yeah, I think so as well. He has to give it to B3 just because that Skylar Thompson had a really good season. Or preseason. I don't think they're going to change their thought process in, okay, well, Howard, there's no reason why we picked you up. There's no reason why we drafted you. See you, mate. Catch you later. Bye. And then let's go with Thompson. Nothing against Thompson. Had a great preseason. But, yeah, we just talked about that too. Do I have it? Do I have the picture? Yeah, the Browns guy. Kenny Pickett's been traded to the Raiders, right? So my QB, I don't know if you guys agree. Are they going to carry 3? Rodgers, Rudolph, and Will Howard, right? Running backs, talked about that. Now, receiver as well, I think they carry 5. I got a feeling like they are going to cut Robert Woods. So I've got DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson to be number 2, Calvin Austin, Scotty Miller, or to share that role, and Ben Skowronek. And the reason why I chose 5 is because they'll carry more tight ends. Unless they go out, and this is like the initial 53, they could go and sign someone. But at the same time, I don't think Bobby Trees, Robert's going to make it. I don't think, who's the other bloke still on the roster? Who do we still have? In terms of roster now, they've been cutting a few. They've still got receiver. Not many left. But they have, Brennan Johnson and Keyshawn Williams. I think they're cut. And I think Bobby Trees is cut too. So I'm going to go with those 5. And if you guys think otherwise, you can. But the reason why they're going to have 5 is because they're going to have more tight ends. They're going to have like 4 tight ends on their roster. He doesn't. He gets no respect. None. And I kind of agree with George too. It doesn't mean too much. Like, it is fun to watch. You always see like that 1 year. Who was that bloke number 51 that I liked? Tuzar Skipper. He had like 4 sacks or whatever. You see a lot of good plays from players, and you see like these guys go out there and try and make the team, and you know, in terms of rep, and they do really well. But at the end of the day, it's now onto the regular season, and I think we can start to focus on the actual players, the starters like TJ Watt, Highsmith, those dudes on the actual roster, Darius Slay and Aaron Rodgers, working with Jonas Smith. So I've got on my roster those 5 receivers. Where are they? These 5 is Wilson, Austin, Scotty Miller. And the reason why I chose Ben Skowronek is because Ben Skowronek plays teams. I know I've been having an ongoing discussion with Bubba from the Steelers Dynasty podcast, and Bubba thinks he won't make it. So does Shane. I don't know. I think teams is very high. Teams are very high importance, and I think he does make. I think he makes teams, and I think he plays some downs at receiver. The only sad part is we don't have any high numbers, any like high 80 numbers. They're all like low 4s and 10s and 19s. And Wilson, Austin, and Miller are like, you know, smaller blokes. We need a. But there was been some rumors out there that Jacoby Myers could be a trade target for the Steelers too. So those are my receivers there. That's a good point. It's a good point. I hear you. But the same time, right, with the tight ends that we have, I've chosen 4. Steelers going to carry Pat Freiermuth, Jonas Smith, who hasn't played yet. I think Jonas Smith hasn't played yet. Freiermuth played a few downs. Big Darnell Washington, he's fantastic. And Connor Hayward's going to be number 83. He's a fullback / tight end / halfback. So because of the receivers, that's now 9 pass catches, including the running backs who are going to make the team. Now, offensive line, I had these blokes here, these starting 5. Jones, Siamalo, Frazier, McCormick, and Faatanu. Those are your 5. They've been your 5 since draft day, right? The guys on the outside, though, Spencer Anderson, he's been filling in for Isaac Siamalo. Ryan McCollum, he's the backup center. Calvin Anderson, I was reading about some stuff. He's got a soft injury tissue or something like that, so he's a bit hurt. And I chose Andrus Peat because on that show, Trey Essex, he really talked about Andrus Peat, who could play left tackle, right tackle, and guard, and he could play a lot of positions on the O-line. And Trey Essex loved him, so he was like, he's the reason why I made 9. So those are my offensive guys. Do you guys have any like problems with that? Brent Sko makes teams, and if they add a receiver, he'll just keep one more. Exactly right. I think he still makes it. I think Ben Skowronek will make teams and make 5, and he can play receiver. And if they add another receiver, they will cut maybe O-lineman or defensive back, because with my offense, I've got 24 players. And as they do that, they'll still bring another receiver who could be number 2, right? And we've been talking about that for fucking ever. I'm kind of over the receiver 2 talk, as you guys know. It's been a long time talking about receiver 2. Alrighty. So let me bring up So any problems with that? Does anyone think that's wrong? Does anyone think it's wrong or right? 3 of those blokes, running backs, those 3, as I mentioned, receivers are 5, tight ends are 4, and offensive line, 5 starters, and plus the 4 backups. I don't think it's that far off, to be honest. And now I understand that I didn't do this when I had 90 players. I've done this now after the cut downs, right? There you go. Kenny Pickett has a 39.6 rating in the Super Bowl. Yeah, he's been moved around. He's a journeyman. He's a former first-round pick for a reason. Yeah, I don't think there's too much to really think about outside the box. We kind of know what the Steelers are going to do. Now, here's some ones on defense that you guys might disagree with me. So let me delete these because I've got to run. I'm just running from my pictures, and sometimes there's only a certain amount of things you can keep there in terms of memory, right? Remember, I made this all last night too. I was like so tired making it, but I did it. Yeah, here we go. Rightio. So with defense, we'll start with D-line first, if I can find that. I checked last year. They carried, I think, 8 players on defense, right? So here's a D-line. Where is it? This one and that one. And we've got to account to Derek Harmon injury as well. So here's a D-line. The starting 3 will be Cameron Hayward, 97. I think they've figured out that contract now. They haven't done the contract, but Cameron Hayward's still playing. He's not holding in anymore. He's playing. Keanu Benton's number 95. Derek Harmon is 99. They're going to be the 3 players that sit there. However, Derek Harmon has an injury for the first week or 2. So in my list of 53 players, I've gone to 4 players in rotation. Isaiah Loudermilk, I think he stays. He's been getting better, I think, over the last few years. Logan Lee, I think he stays. Y Black, they might throw him into it. And I've got Big Dan, number 96, Dan Ikuale. He makes a team too. So he's like 6'3", 300 pounds. So a lot of these blokes can play nose tackle and play a bit of end as well. So this could be different. Like there could be a lot of players out there. You might see them take someone else, or you might see them take 6 and not 7. But for all the players that are left, I think Big Dan makes in rotation to make at least 7 because Derek Harmon's going to be out, and they might sign someone too as well. They could sign someone. So those are my 7 for the D linemen. Of course, your starters there, but Derek Harmon with his injury definitely makes things a bit more interesting. But same time, if Y.A. Blackfield's in, he looks like he's going already, right? Hooey dooey. Chris Alden can win the Chiefs and he won a Super Bowl. Kenny Pickett traded the Eagles, won a Super Bowl. If we keep Will Howard, do we win a Super Bowl? Mate, well, maybe. I hope we do. Yeah, they will. They'll use 4. I think they'll use 4. So those are my D linemen. I've gone with 7 this year, although last year they carried 8. Who do I have next? And by the way, too, because I was rushing this near the end, I've got. We'll do inside linebackers, and then we'll do outside linebackers. But because I was rushing it, I didn't change the graphic. All right, so for inside linebackers, I've got this one here too. I've got Queen and Wilson. Oh, excuse me. They're starting inside linebackers. Cole Holcomb in rotation. Did I have 6 or 5? Sugar. I think I meant to have 6. Hang on a minute. Who did I miss? I knew I missed someone. No, wait a minute. Inside linebacker. Yeah. I've got Queen, Wilson, Holcomb, Bruner, and no, I meant to have 5. My apologies. It's meant to be 5, not 6. That number's meant to be 5. So the reason why I've got Malik Harrison and Carson Bruner, they're teams guys, but they're in rotation as well. So inside linebacker is meant to be 5, not 6. That was a previous graphic that I used before with cornerbacks. Then outside linebackers, not inside linebackers here. I've got TJ Watt, Highsmith, Nick Herbig, and Jack Sawyer. I just feel like they'll take in 9 linebackers total, and some of those guys will play teams. The reason why I think they cut Mark Robinson, I think that Carson Bruner took his spot. I think Mark Robinson would have made this team if Carson Bruner wasn't that great on teams. Go back and watch preseason. Carson Bruner is a tackling machine. So number 44 from the inside linebacker, Carson Bruner, is a teams guy. He made the team, in my opinion, because Mark Robinson couldn't get his spot. And Cole Holcomb is the third guy on the depth chart because Cole Holcomb's been going fucking crazy. He's been going insane. So those are my 5. And then outside linebackers, of course, Nick Herbig, I think he's still injured, and Jack Sawyer. So I don't know if they will move Nick Herbig onto the IR, and maybe they'll bring over the other guy called, what's the guy's name? EQ Leota. So maybe Nick Herbig might go on injured reserve for the first 4 or 5 weeks. Don't know. But I've heard he's been injured, and you could have another bloke there come on the outside linebacker. But this is one of the strongest inside linebacking calls and outside linebacking calls, I think, in the NFL. Our defense needs to be top 5. It just has to be. It needs to be top 3. Our defense needs to, honest to goodness, play lights out and not allow any points because we're spending all the money on defense. So those are you guys there. Quinn, Wilson, Holcomb, Harrison, Bruner, Watt, Highsmith, Herbig, and Jack Sawyer. All right, those are the guys who make the cap. All righty. Now we're going to end up seeing the cornerbacks here. And I think I did it right. Legit just tried to put it all together. Cornerbacks, I've got taking 6. And safeties, I've got taking 4. And there's probably something that I may have missed. But in terms of cornerbacks, I've got Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey, Slay, Brendan Eccles, I think he makes the team, Beanie Bishop, and James Pierre. I know. But I think that the Steelers, they like him. They like James Pierre to play gunner, and they like him as depth. Now, Corey Trice, I think, could make the team, but I still think he's on IR. I still think he's injured. I've seen reports out there that Corey Trice can make it, and then Beanie Bishop is cooked and he's out. But top 4 for sure is Joey Porter, Ramsey, Slay, and Eccles. Beanie Bishop, I think he's trying to fight for a spot, maybe because there are a lot of slot guys like Ramsey and Eccles. Maybe he doesn't make the team because there's too many guys in front of him. But I put him there because there's no Corey Trice, but Corey Trice can play on the outside, as we know. But Corey Trice is injured. And I feel like I'm saying that every fucking year. Every year he's injured. So he might not make the team because of his ability. And James Pierre makes it because I think he's the gunner. On one side, you've got Ben Skowronek running the field. On the other side, you've got James Pierre like last year. Danny Smith loves those two guys. And if they're playing that in teams, and we have a massive punter with Corliss Waitman, it's going to be a good team, a good team's project, right? It's going to be good. Hurley, Durley. 100%. Yeah, Bruner is younger and cheaper than Mark Robinson. 100%. He's had 3 years to make the team. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Why wouldn't he get any snaps? I don't know. Maybe was he a little bit injured? I don't know if they were cutting him. Were they maybe preserving him? I'm not too sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he would be cut, to be honest, tomorrow. He definitely could be cut, right? But I just think that's my prediction. I think they're going to go with Bishop and James Pierre. Could be 2 blokes that I think the 4 locks are 26, 23, 25, or 5 and 24, right? Those are the 4 locks for sure. It's the other 2 that I don't think that could be a maybe, right? But in terms of teams, I don't know if Bishop will play teams though. So he could be a guy on the outside looking in, right? As I mentioned before, in my outside linebackers, DeMarvin Leal, I think he put a post out on Twitter saying like his goodbyes or thank you Steeler Nation in that sense. So he's not going to make the team as a defensive end and outside linebacker. And this is how tough it is for players to do this every single year, man, because new players come in, right? New players come in to refresh the team and get better. And they're always fighting for their jobs. This is why they try and I think it's really sad when Steeler fans go after players in their contract because they're trying to make bag, man, trying to make money. Right? Hurley, Durley. And lastly, my safeties first. Safeties, I've got Deshaun Elliott, 25, Juan Thornhill, they're going to be starting guys. Miles Killebrew is a backup, but he's also a teamer, as you know. And Chuck Clark, number 21, I feel like he's going to be a backup too as well on the Steelers team. And he's a veteran. He's played for the Ravens. He's played for the Jets. Last night, I was watching, if you do have like Amazon Prime, It was some like Jets themed Home with the Jets or something like that. It focused the football life on the wives of American footballers, and it gave you insight to, home life. It was featuring the Jets, and Chuck Clark was in there because when he played for the Jets last year, he was featured there, and they were going through the week by week series. I don't know what it's called. It's called at Home with the Jets or something like that. And yeah, Chuck Clark, he was featured in it, and I was trying to get to know him more from that standpoint. So I think he makes team at safety and free safety. So the only ones I think I would probably be wrong on, to be honest, is going to be Beanie Bishop and maybe James Pierre, but we'll see how it goes, right? And yeah, I think we carry 4 safeties like we did last year. Killebrew is always a teamer. He's got like some of the most block field goals in Steelers history. I feel like he gets like 1 block field goal a year. So you guys might agree with that. You might not. Hurley, Durley. No. Snell is not making the team. I think he's cut. Alrighty, last one, and then we'll do a ray gun reset. Let me see. Last one, as you know. And the big news was teams, right? We know that the other long snapper has been cut, but the big news today was that Corliss Waitman has made the team. Number 3. He's probably the only lock right now for sure that we know. Well, unless you know TJ Watt, those kind of guys. Chris Boswell, Corliss Waitman, and Christian 46. That's it. That's our team. So I don't know. I hope I'm right. I hope I got some right. But you never know until game day. You don't know what's going to happen until we have the teams cut down days tomorrow. You just don't know what's going to happen, right? But yeah, 46 is there for sure because he's got his injury. He'll be back in time. Corliss Waitman has taken Cameron Johnston's position, and Chris Boswell is the Wizard of Oz. Has anyone got any disagreements? Does anyone think like, oh yeah, there's something up there, mate? Anyways, I'm out of breath because I probably spoke too fast. I probably went over that way too quick. I'm out of breath. I've got to slow down a bit. Let me do a ray gun reset.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me? Can you ask me a question?
Yes.
All righty, Steel Nation. Sorry, I probably spoke way too fast and put myself out of breath. But I agree what Daredevil says too. Carl says if I say anything dumb, I'm 100% taking the piss. And that's true. That's sometimes you can't have like the internet's tough because of context, right? Obviously, I can do sarcasm as best I can because you can see me. But with the text and comments, you can't. Someone says, is Snell making the team? But the funny thing is, a few years ago, someone thought he was on the team. And that's what frustrates me is when someone tells me, oh, he's on the team. And I'm like, no, he's not. He didn't make it, mate. The 24 is taken. Joey Porter Jr. can't have that number because 24 Snell's on the team. And I said, he's not on the team. He's not fucking there. I'm telling you. I've had numerous conversations with people from America and Australians about the game of football. And what frustrates me the most is they tell me this player has made it or this player is on the team. And I say, no, he's not. And they go, yeah, he is. And I go, he's not on the team. So no, Snell's not making the team. But that's that's the internet. Like, it's tough to do context on the internet, right? Because the way I read that, and I know Jeddah was a very sarcastic bloke. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, he's taking the piss. Right? Yeah, they're good too, man. Killer Bruce, Scope, Pierre, Connor, all teamers. And Connor hits hard as well. I think Carson Bruner's going to hit really hard too on this team for, Bruner to play teams and play backup, middle linebacker. True. See, there's more sarcasm. Think we keep Rodgers? Yeah, we keep Rodgers for sure. Here we go. The Steelers are going to cut Cameron Johnson. However, they haven't cut him officially. They're waiting until tomorrow, hoping to trade him. I wouldn't mind that if they were to trade him. But yeah, it just said from the website that they've already terminated his contract. But if they haven't done it officially, look, if they get something, sweet. If they don't, they don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy. I just hope people, as well, to be honest, I hope people have appreciation for Corliss Waitman, man. I think as much as the punter, and I know they're always going to associate Cameron Johnson, being Australian with me because I'm Australian, but I think it's a really big win for Corliss Waitman. The fact that he won the job, and there was a true punting competition, it's celebration. It really is. G'day, Felicia. It's a big celebration, man. The fact that he won the job and he's the best punter out of the two, he beat an all-pro punter coming back from injury. I think we should also celebrate. We should celebrate Corliss Waitman, and we can say, thanks, mate. See you later, Cameron Johnson, right? Hooey dooly. So that's it. That's really my show today. For the next 25 minutes, we'll just chill. No, we won't. But I might go live tomorrow because I think there's I probably will, to be honest. I've got the show with Bubba and Shane at 8 p.m. But I might go live at 4. So what's that for me? I might go live at 6 a.m. because I just want to see who makes it. I want to find out. And they might cut players tomorrow morning, right? It definitely can be a thing. It's a money move for Cam. Yeah, they maybe don't want to pay him the extra money, but I still think he's a better player, to be honest. No, doesn't it show you? No, Cameron Johnson is like a normal player on the roster. The only international player we had was that Welshkoff guy. Was Welshkoff. Yeah, and Waitman had a better hang time. There was hang time out there, right? From Alex Kozora, and he does all the breakdowns. And you got to go listen to him too. He is fantastic with his his coverage as a journalist, a true journalist, right? He does a really good job. He put out there that you're going to save $1.4 million going with Waitman. And he put out there too, I got a lot of ads here, but let me see. Steelers paid Cameron Johnson for $4 million for 2 punts. That's crazy. That's crazy. So Steelers have dead money charge of $900,000. And yeah, I don't get too much into it. Pro Football Focus says that Corliss Waitman averaged 4.84 seconds hang time on his punts. And guess what? He was number one. Number one in the NFL hang time. And the bloke booms it 60 fucking yards. Like this to me wasn't that big of a competition. The fact he can have, we may have the best punter in the league. Corliss Waitman, number 3, may be the best punter in the league. Cameron Johnson tied in preseason, 30th overall with 4.2. Now as well, he had different punts because he was closer, to the 50 and was doing more directional punting. That's pretty good. 4.8 seconds in the air. Imagine that. 5 seconds punt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the air. Run down the field, and yeah, number 1 in the NFL. So that's the reason why I think the Steelers kept him. Me too. I like it as well. It's a bit different. It's that punt where he kicked the ball and it spun all kinds of weird and crazy. It bounced and the player like juggled the ball. I think it's going to be a move. I think it's the right move. I'm not saying that Cameron Johnson's a bad punter, but I'm saying I think it's hey everybody, Alex. Yeah, Alex is good. These are the guys you got to check out. These kind of guys on the internet, not the Alex the Amanda Vances, not the clickbait articles from Chat Sports or those losers, not other losers out there that don't show their face or anything. It's like these blokes are the ones you got to check out, like the true journalists you got to check out for sure. But this now space is getting very crowded to me on YouTube. A lot of people on YouTube now having their say, but I appreciate everyone being here, man, for this show. Yeah, very true. Very true. So yeah, that was the punting game battle was a true thing. They didn't at all. That's what I'm saying. I reckon they made the right choice. I saw Twitter, and to be honest, I wasn't that surprised. I went, oh, okay, they're releasing Johnson. That's right. We got Corliss Waitman. I wasn't that surprised. He won the job. He definitely won the job. Alrighty. As we end the show, guys, and we're going to go live tomorrow to go over the whole team. Maybe for like 10 minutes, something like that. And then we'll do a live with Steelers Dynasty podcast. But what are you excited for? We're getting there. I've been booking stuff. For my trip to Ireland, to my Euro trip. I've booked my flights to Kenny Pickett, to Pittsburgh next year. Trying to get things moving in the right way. Definitely, I'll be this time in 4 weeks' time. I'll be here in Ireland. We're getting ready for September 7th. That's right. And when's the NFL start? NFL starts is it this week? Hang on a minute. When does it start? Friday the 5th of September. So not this week, next week. All right. And then we are Monday 8th, but September the 3rd. September the 7th. So, body oath, Bruce. Thanks, mate. Next Thursday, right? I think it's next Thursday. Is it? I can't keep up. Yeah, Eagles versus Cowboys. So I haven't done it yet, but what I might do is I might put a pick'em together if I can find a good website and have a bit of time. 100%. We'll figure out a way. 100%. We'll find a way. We'll be doing a live watch party in a certain bar on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. And I appreciate all the help you've done too as well, Felicia. I have found a backup accommodation, but I'm hoping that, let's put it this way. I'm hoping Pittsburgh pays for my accommodation. I've entered again the International Fan of the Year, and I'm hoping they choose me. I would love nothing more to walk on that fucking stage to announce round 6. The Pittsburgh Steelers select, I don't know, cornerback, this bloke from Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Something I can't pronounce. So I've put in my international video again for the 3rd year running. I've tried to spruce it up. And I hope the videos worked. Because when I was attaching the videos to the website, I don't know if it worked or not. So here we go. I hope we can. Train by day, still nation all night. Yeah, so we'll get out of here very soon. But there's some fun things to look forward to in terms of the draft next year, in terms of this season. I think we can win the division to be 12-5. I think we can do that. We can beat the Ravens. I'm not too worried about the Browns. I'm not worried about the Bengals. The Ravens, not worried at all. I think we can beat them. So I think it's just getting now the actual team together. And I think we're going to have a big show against the Jets. I really, really do. Alrighty, so let's get out of here, man. Woo! Holy dooly. I'm hoping I can. G'day, EJ. What's going on? I was doing my lawns. Fuck, mate. Get it. What are you doing? Nah, it's all good. It's all good. All right. We'll be live tomorrow twice. I think we'll go live once for the the cut down day, and then we'll go live again with Bubba and Shane. It's getting really exciting, and I just want to see them have a good, if we can beat the Jets dead set 31 or 27-0 or 27 to something, I'm all checked in. No. I gotta go to work tomorrow. All right. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you later. This is now time to be very pumped up to be a Steeler fan because we're getting our team. They chose Corliss Waitman. We know our quarterbacks. We'll know by tomorrow who's the 53, and that's fucking exciting. So, all right. I'll see you guys. Where's the video? I'll see you later. I always say that. I say see you later, and then I say see you later again. See ya. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Rod. See you later. Got the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.